But sometimes I like to write off the page, or better, literally off the page, in a way that can't be published. So these can't be published really, and I'm going to read from another piece that can't be published. It's called Nameless, Unreasoning, Unjustified Clarity. I'm just going to read part of it. It's an object. It's actually a 14-foot-long möbius strip. So, I mean, actually, it's a really long piece. We're going to be here for a while. It has no beginning or end. I'm just going to read a selection from it, and Mike Johnson, who's actually going to play for you next, is just going to make some sounds behind me. I need my glasses for this because I'm old. So this is. Tell me when you're set.
Oh yeah. Actually,
okay. This is just a section of Nameless, Unreasoning, Unjustified Clarity. Insects begin the song that tells us of morning. For what better way to underscore longing, the drift of the heart and the kiss of creation, inducing a swoon that gives birth to the bomb and the art and a shoe for the winter, a field and a toy, and another new language that gives us intimation of how to enjoy our seclusion amidst all the billions of voices. And what better balm for our harried careen through the masses than a sudden symphony we all understand? Give me a song and I'll give you anarchy. Give me a wrong and I'll give you a finger. Give me longing and I'll give you passage toward the potential of possible peace. Give me 2,000 pieces of granite and I'll give you Manhattan, swarming with mammals and autos and corporate tendrils. And what better way to become a new body than twining ourselves into one giant moray, replete with the voltage of a tiny nation, mouth of a smeltery, infrared I-beams, memory of millions, heart of a brokerage, asshole of Gore-Tex, and claws, 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 all the way home, swarming the playgrounds, swarming the highways, swarming the beaches, swarming the goddamn purple mountain-grown flip-top, ziplock, quick-pick, dick-licking, lid-zinging waves of fucking grain all over the table, up onto the floor. Who's gonna clean up this mess? Not me, it'll ruin the... Let's bring in the insect-eating insects who have a lot of explaining to do, swarming the mind with a new presentation, new channel, new style, whole new look. We can smile like buggers who used to be clowns were your new civic leaders. And you gave us power, so now you can kiss our abominable feet if you want to keep driving your Audi to breakfast in the tree-studded mallscape you've come to call heaven. Bevel chair for every child, bevel plaque for every death. Insects, come closer. We need a renewal. I want you to eat me and shit me and give me a name I can't remember. And no one can speak a name without sounds, or at least without words, buzzing, a hum, a ratchet and click, the hiss of rain, or a long, slow, barely audible rumble. I don't care, just let me out of the air. It's stale, my hands hurt, I can't think, my head itches, and the room is filling with insects. Begin the mind, like a pie all wrapped in smiles. Don't kid me, you giggle tickle. I know you're in there somewhere, and if you don't want to sing me a pretty little song, I'm going to have to send in the mayor, who's going to grab you by the ear and give it a little pinchy pinch. You bad little happy, I saw what you did. Who told you you could have some of that? Next time, I'm going to touch you right there. There's going to be a little popping sound, like a quick big pop, like pop. And you're going to pop into 40,000 U's, all with the same silly grin. You're going to feel every single one of them, 40,000 giggles. You know what that feels like. A big wind comes along and blam! Insects all over the... There's my eyeball. Give me a span, and I'll give you two different memories of the same. Give me a shame, and I'll give you a nun in the... Give me a lame puppy, and I'll give you Darwin's mistake. You can't fake a life without eating your own arm. And what harm in prying the lid off a basket of nightmares that show you, stare at you naked and writhing and clawing the ground for the one glossy pebble that makes you remember that you were a child who thought everything is alive. Strive Why don't you make 1,000 puppets, pour wax in the ground, paint your shoes silver, ring bells in the subway, make funny noises, feed the president 2 tons of charcoal, spoonful by spoonful, whatever the bomb prescribes. You're mine, toy soldier, a scribe eating sand, your hand in an ice block, 2 pieces of fruit, a map of the desert. You can't help but savor twin icebergs, an ice cream cone, ice capades, ice follies, and 2,000 insects ringing bells made of chocolate. A chalk streak on your heart, and you need so much. You're plunging in. You need to feed and whelp and wallop and wallow, ransack the fortress, rip down the curtains, tickle the princess, stick your tongue in the pudding. Take all the matches and strike them together and sniff from the sulfur, sniff all the sulfur, gas, now gas, that's your lungs, taut, arteries frozen, eyes burning, and how long can you make love to that nice warm mud there on that hillside? I can't tell you how to forgive your descendants, but you can take blame from your forebears by giving yourself a license to do what you want. Insects, hovering. Insects, free or not free, give me a bee and I'll give you a seahorse. Give me a tree and I'll give you the snow. Give me the sea and I'll take you to Paris and show you how buildings wear down after eons of care. The cave of your heart is a tourist attraction. You must be ready to live on request, to live on demand, to live like the mammal you know you can be. Insects all at once, making a new animal out of scratch, and it's laughing and peeing and adding up numbers and touching your forehead lightly just between the eyes. And surprise, it's your life. You can't help but feel it, shocking the spine, thumping the heart, hair on end, mouthful of salt, and nostrils filled with the scent of your mother's vagina. I feel very sane now, at least for a moment. Nothing intrudes. Vision is vast, vision is multiplied, vision accretes toward, feels so good. The white, star shattered by split. Watch out for splinters. Oh, I know I lost something. And your feet are in Mexico. Poland exploded, and whatever happened to your consternation? A box in the desert, a black ball of clay, a sugar infusion. You shuddering eyelid son of a bitch, you fell off the cliff, you didn't even look gopher on your head, and 2 tons of steel in your gullet, no labyrinth could keep you out. 86, 86, 86, 86, what a tongue! And the dung a billion goes where? What eats it lives forever, a steel arm in the doorway, a pneumatic tube, and correct information will keep us from panic. The panic that comes with the news of our Savior, the Band-Aid, the box top, our mute hesitation, the morphine, the trees, that rock in the forest you climb up and sit on for at least an hour thinking of moss and ferns and lichen, granite and palpable pleasure. The sun filters down through the leaves and reminds you of axes you've hoisted, cars started, late night, country roads driven high speed with the lights off, careening, and what kind of garden allows all the mushrooms to foster and weeds bloom? What are weeds? And insects begin again the cycle of driving cows to the market, 1 cow, 1 axe, 1 brick, and millions of thrushes, narcissistic, gleaming, ranting, catapulting, rush of rain, driving lightning, driving wind, chimneys exploding, and streets cracking wide. Give me the tide, and I'll give you a cat's eye. Give me a ride, and I'll give you corruption. Give me death, and I'll give you spring in a bottle. What toggles fruit to drop from the tree? What grip pins the bursting cells? Your neighbor is yelling, and you can't tell your ass from a sweetmeat. What sweetmeat smells like peat in the rain, swells the toys of the archer, rise from the earth, planets burst, and metal centaurs trample around on your... Give me your arms, and I'll give you a pasture. Give me harm, and I'll give you the dawn. A fawn sits in the dew and shudders for no perceptible reason. A bomb sits in silence and charts all the paths to your clever demise. Give me a slice of that pie, give me a spoonful of charcoal, give me speech, give me a heartbeat, give me a need, and I'll give you an answer. But give me whim and I'll give you massacre. Too sweet, much too sweet. They'll tell me there isn't blood running everywhere. I've seen it, I've smelled it, I've stepped in the kitchen and slipped in the... Whose feet are those? What happened to these hands? They didn't used to. Oh, the red ribbons everywhere, most lovely thing. How can you not know? The hands at the top of your song, and trees burning, huge swarm of glass and sticks, crickets in a ditch. How many hands on the floor? How many eyes in a ditch? How many strands of hair wound round undeserving wrists? And they tell you to sleep. of all things sleep. Well, I know about sleep. And it's the keeping of a big bee in a little room. A fluid exchange. A mumbly conversation. A glob of grease. An inside trade. A tiny secret. The scent of an old orange. 2 crickets clacking together. An old suit. A stray bit of silk. A charm bracelet. Your father's hat. Grass from the orchard. A wisp of smoke with no fire near. Near a distant train. 1 small stray cloud out east. And billions of stars hiding behind the planet. Each one singing, where is my Naomi? Where is my Catherine? Where is my Michael? Where is my Asari? Where is my Banha? Where is my Chocho? And 1 tiny ant wanders up your arm, skirts the collarbone, rides the jugular to jaw, finds that verdant corner of the lips, and slides on in. Give me flesh, and I'll give you a season. Thank you all so much.